September. Can you believe that it is September 1st? It feels like the year is just flying and Christmas is going to be here like next week. With the new month starting and we're going towards the last quarter of the year, I know a lot of people are feeling like there is no chance left for them to accomplish their goals because you may have set out in January with a huge goal and now it's September and you're not even halfway there yet or even a quarter of the way there yet, and you're like, at this point, you know what, I should just give up. I'm not going to bother doing it, and I'll just wait till January 1st to make a new resolution and get started then. But I don't want you guys to do that. Don't give up. The year is not over. You still have some time. But what I do want to challenge you to do, if you have been actively working towards your goal and you're not there yet, I have something that I think you should try that may actually help you to still get to that goal by the end of this year, even though you don't have the full 12 months. Now you only have you have 4 months left in the year, right? Yeah. If you just actually pressed pause for a second on whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish and allowed yourself time to get in alignment before you keep taking more action. I know I had to do this recently because there's something I've been working towards, and even though it feels like I'm doing the right thing, I wasn't getting anywhere. And so I realized that I needed to step back, get off the computer for a few days, stop, working so hard and pressuring myself and like banging my head against the wall and getting nowhere, so that I could step back and look at the picture again and reevaluate and make sure that I still wanted this thing that I'm going after, and make sure that I was going about it the right way and for the right reasons, right? Because sometimes, I don't know about you, but I'm totally different than I was in January. Like even just this year alone, I've grown so much, right? I'm sure you have too. So what getting in alignment does is it makes the process easier for you. And you just make sure that you're on the same wave as, whatever you want. So, because the thing is, right, ultimately I don't want to say that like everything is written, because it's not, but there's going to be a certain time when it's your time, right? Nothing's going to happen before then. So what if you sat back, took some time, and got your thoughts together, got your feelings in check, and then on the practical side of things, make sure that you are in fact doing things correctly. And then that way, when you see the picture clearer, you can breathe and you can go through the process a lot calmer, and it'll be more enjoyable to you instead of feeling like a hustle. Because I know hustle is like such like a big term, and everyone's a hustler and everyone's hustling and stuff, but hustling doesn't feel good. You know what I mean? Whereas like if you're in alignment and this is meant for you anyway, like yeah, you're gonna have to put the work forth, and you know what I mean? It's not gonna just come to you, but it'll feel better because you'll know that okay, this is my thing, and you'll feel guided along the way, as opposed to feeling like you have so much to do and you're getting overwhelmed and it's not happening and you're just beating yourself up. If you just understand that whatever it is that you're working towards is coming, as long as you don't quit and you just have a clear vision of what you're doing to get there, it just makes the process just feel so much better. Like, just taking the stress out of the whole thing. So in terms of getting in alignment, how do you do that? So I have 5 tips for you today on how you can get in alignment with your goals, your purpose, your intentions, whatever it is that you would like to call it. One way, and you can do all of these. I did all of these. But I guess you can pick and choose what works for you. But first thing you can do, sorry guys. Yeah, well, you're a good person, so you easily attract like all that stuff.
Yeah, but that's what I tell us. You know, when you come on to something, stop stress. You know what I mean? Because we're not bad people. You know, God will take care of us regardless of what.
Okay, so 5 ways of getting in alignment. Step one is to take a break, pause for a second on whatever you're doing, step away. Because stepping away allows you to see things clearer. It allows you to see things from a different perspective, and you need time to clear your mind sometimes. At the end of the day, like, you're gonna get it done at the time you're supposed to get it done anyway. This just allows you to get it done in a way that feels better and is, yeah, and involves less anxiety. So depending on what you're doing, it might just be a few hours, it might be a few days, it might be a few weeks, it might be a few months, because sometimes you think that you're doing things the right way and a lot of times you're not, or you might need help with something. Don't be afraid to ask someone for help. And also too, you also want to make sure that you still want to accomplish this goal, because again, like I mentioned, I know I'm a lot different than I was in January. Maybe this goal you're working towards, like, do you even still want that goal, or is it something that a goal you created to um maybe like please your parents or your spouse or somebody else? Like, maybe you don't even really want this, like, on the at your core you might not even want it anymore, but just because you've just been like tunnel vision this whole year, you might just be working towards it aimlessly and not even like realizing that you don't even want this anymore, or it doesn't fit in your life anymore, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, step back. Second thing you can do to get in alignment is journaling. And you guys know I'm all about journaling. If you guys read my blog post, um I have one post on like how you can use your journal to change your life in 30 days. I've showed you guys my journal before. I shared with you like my journaling technique. I told you guys how I like my son has been writing all over my journal. Just writing. Sometimes I just make lists of things that I'm grateful for, especially when I'm feeling negative energy. I turn that around quickly by writing down what I'm grateful for. But journaling is so important. Most successful people journal. Just get your feelings out. Make lists of things that you're grateful for. Writing is so powerful. Like, I've shared this with you guys before, that I have literally been writing my life. Like, I've written about things as if I had it already to help manifest it, and a lot of those things have happened this year, even though I didn't know at the time how it was going to actually happen. But I wrote it into existence or whatever. Super powerful. Next thing you can do is meditate and or pray. A big part of alignment is getting centered, and the easiest way to get centered is to get in touch with your inner core and get in touch with whoever you pray to, and ask for guidance, in your prayer. Say thank you again for things that you already have, because when you're grateful for what you already have, it's so much easier to have more come into your life. So just be thankful, and if you do need help with something, you can ask for it. I read this amazing article the other day, and it was saying, like, in the mornings, if you can just pray about whatever question you have, and if you pay attention, more than likely those answers will just come to you throughout the day. These ideas that you didn't have before, thoughts you didn't have before, they'll just pop up. You know what I mean? And that's a result of prayer. And meditation, again, that just helps you to sit still. Especially us millennials and our, like, our phones and TV is going and all that stuff. Like, put that stuff down and just like be quiet and just get in alignment. What I love to do during my meditation is to visualize, and visualizing is so powerful. I might need to make like a whole video on that, but visualizing the end result of whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. If you visualize yourself there, oh my gosh, you guys, it like I hope you guys understand like how much power you have within yourselves to completely change your life, and how quickly it can happen, like when you learn certain things, or like how to do certain things, especially like manifesting and all that stuff. But visualization is so important, so important. And but it is important in the visualizing process to not to only concentrate on the end result. You know, don't try to figure out in your meditation or just in your day-to-day life how you're going to get to that. Just focus on the end goal. Just get in the feeling of having it, getting in the feeling of accomplishing it, and just seeing yourself with whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. See yourself with it. Don't worry about the how. Don't worry about all the steps you need to take, but visualize yourself with it. And I'm telling you, man, like, y'all gonna get me preaching today. Another thing you can do is read. Everything you need to know is in a book. But anyway, so I'm just gonna quickly share with you like I've shared this on Snapchat. I've showed you guys like my nightstand, and I have like tons of books on my nightstand, and I'll just like every night I'll just grab one and I'll just turn to a random page, because I feel like whatever I'm supposed to learn that night, you know, I'll land on that page. So I just do that. But I'll share with you guys my top 3 right now. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill literally has the scientific formula of getting rich. I don't read through the books like front to back anymore, because I've already read them. So I'll just, you know, grab it, turn to whatever, and then I know that's what I'm supposed to read. Especially working on your money mindset, because that's a lot of what keeps us back. We just, you know, we fear that we're not going to have enough money, or whatever we're doing is not going to yield the amount of money that we need to survive, or the amount of money we really want to make. This book is so powerful. I'll share one thing with you that I love. And I highlighted it, and I'll just read those highlighted sections. So it says, God seems to throw himself on the side of people who know exactly what they want if they are determined to get just that. Ideas can be transmuted into cash through the power of definite purpose plus definite plans. Ultimately, that means that as long as you know exactly what you want, you're not wishy-washy about what your goal is, you're not wishy-washy about what you want your future to be. If you know exactly what you want and you create a plan, you are going to get it. Like, there's just no way for you to fail. I mean, you're going to have tests along the way. You're going to have moments where you want to quit and all that stuff, but you have to understand, like, just even on a faith level, on a scientific level, like, if you know exactly what you want, you can easily attract it to you, but you have to you have to go to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to make shit happen. You have to create the steps to get there. You can't just say I want something, you know, like the people who are like, "Oh, I want to make more money," but they don't do anything to make more money. They don't, you know, apply for maybe jobs that pay more. They don't start a business. They don't do anything. They just say stuff and think it's just gonna fall in their lap, and it's like, yo, like, that's not how the universe works, bro. The book I love, Abundance Now by Lisa Nichols, and I'm sorry there's food on my book. But this book is amazing, and a lot of us suffer from this, like, having a scarcity mentality. Like, we just don't think there's enough out there for us, you know, whether it's money or whether it's a career. There are always a lot of people who are like, oh, I don't want to do this because there are so many people doing that, when honestly, like, if that's meant for you, it's gonna happen, and you're gonna be fine, and you're gonna make all the money you want to make anyway. Let me see if I have anything highlighted that I can share with you really quick. It talks about how powerful the statement I am is. I am is meaning, like, whenever you say, like, I am, whatever you follow that up with, you become that. So if you keep talking about I am, or, you know, I'm so fat, I'm so broke, I'm so this, I'm so that, that's what you'll be. You know, whether you're saying something good or whether you're saying something bad about yourself. So you better start turning your words around and talking about what you really do want to be, because your words, and I've shared this with you guys before, your thoughts and your feelings and your words are creating your life. I just turned to a page that says, shift your language, shift your mind. You and you alone are the creator of your abundant life. Once you recognize this fact, you can bring you can begin to do those things that will bring about the future you want. And one of the very first items to begin with is talking differently about your plans, projects, relationships, and dreams. When you share them with others using upbeat language about your intended incomes and outcomes, and describing in vivid detail what success looks like to you. And then she talks about remember to visualize. Y'all, I'm not making this stuff up, okay? When I'm telling you guys to visualize and meditate and all that, I'm telling you for a reason. All right. So, let me rewind. Where am I? So when you share your plans and everything with your friends, whoever, you create a picture in your mind of what you want in that area of your life. The new language of abundance actually causes you consciously and unconsciously to overcome limiting beliefs and actually take those actions that will bring about the results you want. You guys might know Damon from like oh my god, I don't even know how much money I spent on Fubu when I was in like junior high and high school. That's where I know him from, and being in like all the rap videos back in the day. And he's currently on Shark Tank. He's worth like a gajillion dollars, 9 figures. And he has this amazing book, The Power of Broke. Again, a lot of our mindset is around money and our money stories and all these lies that we learned about money growing up. But he actually teaches you how being broke is an asset in business. Get this book, because I think this video is getting too long. The last thing you can do to get in alignment is to do something nature-based. When I lived in South Florida, what I would do whenever I was stressed, I would just go and sit at the beach for hours by myself. And I would be so clear-headed by the time I got back home. It's just something about being, I don't know, around nature. It's just, I don't know. I'm sure there's like a scientific reasoning for that, and maybe I can research that for you and share that with you in another video. But whether it's like going for like a run outside or just going for a walk, or it's just something outside, that will help you get into alignment. I mean, what's the closest way to getting in touch with your spiritual being than being in what they created? They created nature, all these trees and the forest and stuff like that. And I have forests nearby me, but they scare me. But anyway, you guys, this got super long. But again, like if you whatever goals you have, like don't give up because it's September and you feel like the year is coming to a close and there's no hope for you. There totally is. If you quit now, and you decide you're gonna wait till January, you're gonna be 4 months behind in January. So just keep going. Keep going. It's okay if you don't hit your goal by December 31st. Like, it's going to be okay. Like, people always put these, like, significance on dates. Like, oh, I'm going to start my diet on Monday, or I'm going to start on the 1st, or, like, guys, like, F all that. Just keep going. It doesn't have to be, like, a special day for you to start something, or, for you to, like, get your shit together. It's totally fine. Whatever you're working on, just keep going and don't quit, because if you quit, you automatically lose. So I hope this helps today with anyone who might be just feeling frustrated about their goals, or feeling like they're not going to get there in time. This whole like goals, whatever goals you have, or success, whatever it is that you're working towards, it's a journey. It's not like, it's an ongoing process, and it's something you have to work at every day. And your mindset is also something you have to work at every day, so that you have the mental toughness to get to whatever goal it is that you're trying to get to. Like, you can do anything, have anything, but like it all starts up here. Like, if you don't think you can do it, then you won't. If you don't think it's possible, then yeah, you're not going to accomplish it. So get your mindset together. Step back for a little bit, get in alignment, make sure you still want this, and make sure that you figure out the necessary steps, the most effective and efficient steps to get to where you want to go. Because you never know, whatever your goal is, you might actually still hit that goal in by December 31st, if that's your cutoff date, or whatever the case may be. And just get off Instagram and stop comparing yourself to other people that are doing stuff that you want to do, because that's just not going to help you. The time that you're spending scrolling through their profile and wondering how they did it and, you know, why they're there, not you. You could be focusing on your project and doing stuff that are going to get you to where you need to go, because your, you know, your destination, or rather your journey, is going to be different than everybody else's. We're all unique, and we're all our journeys are different. So don't beat yourself up, but just step back, take a little bit, get in alignment, and keep going. All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And of course, you are more than welcome to leave your thoughts or comments, questions, anything below this video. I also have a challenge coming up for aspiring mompreneurs about your mindset and working on that, and just basically becoming Teflon, so you can just like bust through like fear and self-sabotage and like all those negative, like all that negative self-talk. I'll leave a link to that in the description as well. And that's going to be starting soon. It's going to be so good. So make sure you sign up for that challenge. Have a great day, you guys, and welcome to September.